Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the first episode of Wrestling with the Brothers, Bros, however you want to say it. It's to my left, your right. It is Antoine, and I'm Chris. Hold it down for you. We're going to give you some of that good, some of the best wrestling content out there. So make sure you tune in. Follow me on Twitter at RayWayne20. Antoine, what's your Twitter handle?
Real Antoine Fair.
Enough said.
Follow me.
He's not real,
Follow
though.
me.
He's not real, but.
Shut up. Shut up.
Uh, but no, you know what? I was in and out of SmackDown tonight because I was doing some stuff here at the house. But one thing that I did catch as we're watching like the last 20-something minutes of SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown here on Fox, Bianca Belair, she came up limping after her match.
I think that was a sell. It was a sell, John. I don't think it was real.
You think it's a sell? Okay, that's what I was wondering. I wasn't sure if it was a sell or if it was legit. I mean, and that's the great thing about wrestling, because sometimes you really don't know if it's part of the story or if it's legit. Right. So hopefully it's part of the story, but you never know. You just never know.
Yeah, I don't think that was real. To my knowledge, anyway. She's a great seller. So, like, until I see something, I like online or we go on Twitter and start search for the news. This weekend. I don't. Yeah, Bianca. She had me fooled. Remember the SummerSlam triple threat match when she got cashed in on? I thought her knee was all torn up. We had a lot of space. Yeah, she's a really good seller. So that's a sell. A lot of good matchups that were set up, and I think we're about to get a setup for Randy Orton versus Tonga. So I think that's good. I want to kind of get in. I know we still got the main event of SmackDown. We're kind of watching as we're talking, but I kind of want to get in to the top of the show. We can just move right on, and we'll wait for the main event. These matches have been really good. A lot of good flow to them. I don't know if you, like you said, you've been in and out because you had some stuff to kind of finish up. But what have you think of the matches so far?
I did catch. I call like the last 5 or 6 minutes or so of the excuse me, of the Baron Corbin Carmelo Hayes match. I thought that was a good match. I thought it was the right call to give Carmelo Hayes that victory. You don't call him up to the main roster and not, give him that victory. So no, I thought it was a good win for him. I forgot who does Randy Orton or Styles face the winner of? Is it Carmelo Hayes?
No, it's Ciampa Tonga.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So I think Orton's going to win then, just off of that promo that he had earlier, that backstage promo with Saxon. I think so.
I think they're going to have. Well, Orton's going to win this match for sure, and I think Ciampa wins the next round, and they're going to set up Jay and Ciampa to get him kind of back with the bloodline storyline. But we'll talk about that in a second. I'm gonna start off with the top of it though. Again, Cody promo started off like that. Nick Aldis introduced Logan Paul as the next challenger. I mean, I don't know, but I want to pull this point out real quick. Do you consider, like, now that I said Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes, do you think that this is like the first true heel that Cody has faced, really, since he came back to WWE? Like, true heel. I'm not talking about person that we know we're supposed to boo. I'm talking about true heel that has true heat, other than Dominic, because I'm pretty sure he wrestled Dominic.
I'm sitting here thinking of who he's faced. He being Cody. I'm trying to think of who he's faced since he's been back in WWE. And it's Seth. He's faced. He just faced AJ. He also faced Roman twice. Yeah, this might be the first
He
heel
kind of
that he's
faced hybrid
actually.
dudes. He's been facing hybrid dudes. Even Seth
Yeah,
was starting to get the sing along to the song going. Like it
right,
started. It
right, right.
started kind of with it picked really back up when him and Cody was done, but it started to catch on then. So was he really a heel or kind of that kind of gray figure that WWE likes to put out there? So I think like
Yeah,
you're serious. It's the first heel with heat heel. Other than
yeah,
like I said, other than Dominic because he fought Dominic. Other than that, I think this is the first real heel that he can bounce off of. I'm kind of interested in that because he's been facing dudes with charisma that elevates the transition of wrestling. Like they don't have a label to them. Like Rock doesn't have a label to him. Good guy, bad guy. Roman, I mean, yeah, you can say he's a heel, but in my opinion, he doesn't have a label to him. Good guy, bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
that's interesting. It's really interesting. And yeah, obviously the other interesting thing. Let me get my words together. Uh, is the title is Logan Paul's title on the line?
You see, I thought they said that the title was on the line because Cody made that reference. If I beat you,
Yeah,
then I become a Grand Slam
a Grand
champion.
Slam. Why would you make
So
that like? But nobody knows. I didn't see it posted on WWE as far as title
okay,
versus title. So
as far as like it being on the like on their Twitter
they
feed or
didn't post it or
whatever.
anything. Yeah, they didn't post it.
Uh
Like how they like to sell those main event posters. It's not on the
yeah.
poster. It's title versus title.
See, that's why I'm thinking that's like it was mentioned in the group chat. I think Logan Paul. I think the story's going to go. Logan Paul's going to find a way to weasel his way out of that. Logan Paul is probably he's one of the best heels in the business right now, and this is only what his first year and a half, really,
But
with
yeah, I
WWE.
mean, I think he coming on 2 years.
2 years, yeah. I
Just about
mean,
there.
the dude has put on some. I'm not even gonna lie. He's put on some of the best matches I've seen within the last few years. I honestly did not think that he was going to do what he did. Against Roman at Crown Jewel. Also, the matches he's had at WrestleMania. I mean, he has really put on great matches, and he's so athletic, and he's really good with his promos and stuff. But it helped though because he was on YouTube for all
Right.
for those years.
Well, we know
Excuse
he
me.
got
So
his notoriety somewhere else, so he brings a crowd. My
yeah,
thing
he
is though,
definitely brings a
obviously
crowd.
everybody hates him for stuff that he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Even doing WWE, and now he got the
Right.
WWE heat because you know how these fans are. So he like it's the first heel that Cody has actually fought, and I'm kind of interested, especially if when I get into the notes of this promo, it's kind of interesting Cody bouncing off a true heel because I felt like this was the first good promo other than some little things that him and Roman have had that he's had since he's come back into the fold back in WWE. Just take that. So Logan, I'm just gonna give the highlights kind of how I felt with it. It was like Logan said, how can you finish a story when it's not your story? I kind of felt like that was a good little shot at the finish the story type trope. Also, Cody fires back at him. He says, standing next to you, I can really see people thinking, boy, you're a dumbass. Like, and you can, like, how many people online say that about Logan Paul? Like, bro, yo, you stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Cody says, and
Right.
then
Right.
Cody
Right.
says, you taking credit for something that you have nothing to do with, right? So then he says next, uh, he says that this here was a team effort. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but he said this here was a team effort, and then come King and Queen of the Ring, I will show you where your place in this team is. I felt like that was a really strong shot there as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Logan Paul, man, like his promo skills are really, really good, man. Like, would you say where would you put him? Where would you put him on the roster right now, as far as like promos, like or as far as like who can cut the best promos? right now. Not all time. This is this right now.
All right. So, in my opinion, Roman's really the best promo in the business when they really want him to go.
Mhm.
But I'm actually gonna put Cody number one because he actually cuts more promos. I'm gonna put Roman two. It depends on which Seth Rollins I get, which we all know my opinion on Seth Rollins. Goofy suit guy.
And for
Um,
those who don't know, he wants Seth to stop coming out in those Kentucky Derby
please,
outfits.
bro, for real. Like, stop going to the Met Gala every night, bro. I just want Seth freaking Rollins.
Yo,
For
and wait a
fuck's
minute, and the Met Gala just happened too, so he was probably
sake.
there. He was probably there.
He was there, bro. Like, stop with the Met Gala outfits, bro. I mean, I don't need you to be Doja Cat wearing a fucking white tee and put water on your fucking body. Like, I don't need all of that shit. But listen, I think Seth is three. No, LA Knight is three. Seth is four. Yeah, I would say Logan's the top five guy.
Top five? Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say top
I
five.
wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't have a problem
On the
with that.
mic, at least. Now he does
Yeah.
ramble. That's my one thing about him. He does ramble too much. Too
Mhm.
much he rambles. But yeah. I think, you know, promo skills wise, yeah.
No, but I thought it was interesting that his next opponent, and you mentioned this, Fair,
Mm,
a few days ago. You mentioned about the report about they were just going to start throwing them being in WWE, start throwing, well, not throwing, but
random people.
yeah, placing random people against Cody Rhodes. And I thought that
Mm,
was really odd because if you're building him, and not if you're building him as champion, him being Cody Rhodes, you want him to be
right.
in a feud where you know not only does his opponent get elevated, but he gets elevated as well.
Mm,
And I don't know, just to have him go against his people, like, okay, this week is against this person, next week is against this person, then next week,
mm.
to me, there's no continuity there. To me,
Well, you want to continue this long story, but even when I said that, I immediately thought, but wrestling's always been like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like all this
yeah.
tell every feud has to have a big long story. That's not how wrestling has ever been. You get
Mhm.
opponents, and then once you hit something, then you get a long story. Like normally, I remember back in the day, and I'm talking about wrestling, bringing it back for the culture. I'm about to be the back in the day guy. Um, Hogan had random ass title defenses until he got to a big guy, and
Right.
then he had long feuds. Like I'm cool. I'm kind
Yeah,
of
that's
cool with
yeah.
it. I just don't want it to be boring.
That's true. And, yeah, and see, that's my thing. That was my thing. And I told you this, and I've expressed it to people. My one concern was making sure that when Cody won the belt, that they didn't lose his momentum. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
That was excuse me, that was my one concern. Don't have him lose his momentum.
right.
And so far from what I've seen, he hasn't. I thought him and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but I thought him and Styles put on a phenomenal match at Backlash. I thought they put on a
Absolutely.
great
We'll get
match.
into more details later, kind of after the review. But yeah, I mean, the thing is though, I think maybe especially fans of that has come back kind of the last 4 or 5 years has gotten used to Roman and having this
Hmm.
long drawn out story, and it's like, no, I want the next thing. Well, the next thing right now is probably just to have some really, really good matches every pay per view
Right.
until the
Yeah, that's
story
true.
can come back.
That
So,
yeah. Seeing it from that perspective,
uh,
that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
agree with
saying?
that.
As long as the
I agree
match
with
is a
that.
banger, nobody's gonna complain, and especially the people that say, "Oh, I don't care about the story. I just want to like all them dudes." Now they get their
Hmm.
matches because they got their little guy. We ain't gonna go back
Right.
into that, but
But
yeah,
but yeah, no, I was just wondering, like, if they do put the U.S. title on the line, is I thought maybe is Logan going to man Styles fell out the ring there. I was I was wondering is if Logan was going to be off TV for a while. So that was my first thought. Because usually if they do a story like or angle like that, I'm thinking that he's or a person's gonna be off TV for a while. So
Well, I think I said it in the chat. I think they're gonna put the belt on him to give him that
hmm
kind of notch in his belt.
hmm
And then would you put it past this absolute great guy to say I'm not gonna hold this belt up, I'm gonna drop it, and then they have a tournament
yeah.
like just to get it, just to bring a story match to it. Like
hmm
that'll be so convoluted. I would actually probably think that's about to happen.
Knowing WWE, they probably would do something like that. They probably would do
Yeah,
something
that
like
feels
that.
like a WWE move. Like, hey,
It
let
does.
me just give you this notch real quick, but then you're gonna show you're a good guy. Man, fuck out of
But
here, bro.
I do like the fact that they're having the King and Queen of the Ring again. For those of you who do not know or may have forgotten, King of the Ring was kind of what Money in the Bank was a few years for some years. King of the Ring pretty much put that next superstar on the pedestal. Like the company when they did the King of the Ring, that was their way of saying this is who we believe is our next star. Or maybe they're reestablishing a star, and bringing him to the forefront again. When I say that you're establishing a new star, the first person that comes to my mind fair is Stone Cold. Uh,
Oh,
and then
absolutely.
when and then when you're reestablishing a star or maybe reinventing him, the first person that comes to my mind is Bret Hart. Bret Hart he was already established, and I'm trying to think, did he win in was it 97 he won? Or was it 98? I forgot the year he won. No, that wasn't
Nah, I
97.
wasn't near 97, 98. That
Was it
was
was it
Stone Cold.
95 maybe?
Yeah, it had to be
94, 95,
95.
somewhere there. Yeah, but I mean he was already established, but I think it kind of reinvigorated his character, if you will, to a certain degree. So but
I
my
thought
point
I
is,
mean, the reestablished part, I thought she was gonna go Triple H because I mean that was
Triple H, yeah,
reestablishing his
or
character.
it definitely helped Triple H, especially
Yeah,
after how he was supposed to be in Stone Cold spot. But
right.
yeah, but no, like I said, King of the Ring, I do like the fact that they're doing this again, and also Queen of the Ring for the ladies. Which uh, female wrestler do you see winning Queen of the Ring?
So that's where it gets kind of tricky for me, and I'm gonna kind of get into these matches as we're gonna keep that from them. Naomi and Nia had a banger match. They had a really good match, in my opinion, especially for a
Mm,
TV match.
yeah.
Uh, Nia's giving me Vader vibes, bro.
Okay.
I feel like she's modeled her work after Vader. I don't think because Vader was still a little bit dangerous, but she's giving me Vader's vibes the way she's working and selling how she's not kind of going down as like a normal woman would and going on one knee and all that type of stuff. She's working like a big man and
You
she's a
know
big
what?
woman, but
I didn't think about Vader, but that makes sense.
that kind of gives me Vader vibes. But no, they had a really good match, and then I'm gonna just skip straight to I mean Baron Corbin and Camilo. I feel like I really like what they doing with Camilo, and right now I think I'm gonna put a highlight for me anyway for this show, and I'm gonna follow Camilo really closely. I think he's the next good heel worker. But
Yeah.
I mean Corbin and Camilo, decent match. Camilo selling his ass off as usual. Camilo gets a roll up win. It wasn't nothing special. Um, Jade and Piper Niven, boy, they showed off Jade Power tonight. Also,
Yeah,
that
they
was a
did. They
really
did.
interesting pairing. Just yeah, interesting pairing. Showed off Jade Power tonight, and this is where I'm gonna answer your question. I think Jade's gonna win Queen of the Ring.
Mm. And do you think that's the start of her heel turn?
No,
Even seeds planted?
I don't think that happens till July.
July. What's the pay per view in July? Oh, I can't think of
Money in
what
the
it's
Bank.
Money in the Bank. Okay, okay. And that's the one in London, right?
Yeah, no, in
No, no,
Toronto.
no. Toronto. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Toronto.
in Toronto.
Uh, well, I'm still waiting for. I'm still waiting for Bianca to
Mm.
turn heel because you know.
I think that she turned heel. I
Yes.
don't think
Okay.
Jay turned heel. I think Bianca turned heel.
Right. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm still interested in seeing. Well, Randy Orton won. For those who don't know, Randy Orton won the
Then you
match.
spoiled it for me,
Yeah.
bro. Dang.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Are you like 2 seconds behind me,
Bro, I'm
or a minute
mad
behind me?
seconds behind you.
Oh. All right, y'all. So just
God
just so you don't know, I
damn.
don't know who won. That was my AI talking. That was my AI. That was my AI TV. Um, See, they've been teasing Bianca going heel for how long now? About a good 3 months or so. Like there's been seeds that have been planted here and there. You know, with the whole story or the whole idea of her and Naomi, and when Bailey is trying to apologize to Naomi for what happened when she was in damage control. Bianca's like, nah, I'm not letting that ride, and this, that, and the third.
I was
So,
a good 2 minutes behind you, bro.
oh wow, okay, yeah, I got the local, I got the local news on now, man.
I got the goddamn the replay. Yeah, okay. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like, it just makes you like for Bianca. I could see Bianca going heel. I thought Jade would go heel, but it makes sense because I think with Bianca going heel, she could definitely call the matches and she can make Jade look like a freaking star.
That's why I say make Bianca the
Yeah.
heel because she's the more established person and she can get her through a match.
Hmm.
So you got to make Bianca the heel. It makes no other sense. You can't make Jade the heel. What is she doing? Like she doesn't know what she's doing yet. But yes, I think this is going right as scheduled. I think whoever wins. Well, no, damn. Who? Okay, so I got to figure out who um faces who next week. So Tomka, no, he was on the other side of the bracket, right? So who is
Yes.
it? Is it Orton versus who's the other match? It was Orton versus Camelo,
Yeah.
and then it's
No, no,
gonna
no, no, no,
be
no. It was Orton versus Buddy from the Bloodline.
so it's gonna be next week is but dude from the Bloodline, Tonga
Yeah.
versus Orton.
Yeah. Tonga. Yeah.
That's gonna mess up my plans unless they beat down Orton to get and make him get. I would like that. I like that. Just overall thoughts on SmackDown, real quick. Good show. Match
Good
heavy.
solid show.
Yeah, has had some good things from the Bloodline. Actually, I
Oh,
think
with
they're about
Solo.
to. Yeah, I think they're about to get rid of Paul.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
I
in my
I
opinion,
got I got Samoan Mafia vibes from that hug that Solo gave Paul Heyman. Like it felt like I was watching the scene out of The Godfather or Goodfellas or something like that.
mhm.
You know.
That's kind of why I said what I said is that Tomka. I think Tonga is going to be Orton, and then it's going to be him and Jay to get to the finals.
Mm.
And then they're gonna lose. He's gonna lose, and then they're gonna beat up Jay, and then Jay is gonna save Paul, and Jimmy probably comes down too. So I think that is how it's gonna go. Now I'm gonna wait till next week or whatever. And this next pay per view is in 2 weeks. Jesus. But
Good gravy. I'm freaking pumping them out, man.
yeah, that's crazy. What was your thoughts on SmackDown overall? And then we can kind of get
Um,
into the review.
I thought overall, see, this is why I think, man, I really hated that for years. That SmackDown has been regulated, or had been regulated rather, to being the
Mhm.
B show of WWE. Because man, SmackDown is more action, has it seemed like it had better matches. For years, Vince McMahon just kind of looked at it, and I know he's not with the company, but I'm explaining to get to my point.
Mhm.
He just really looked at SmackDown like it was just nothing. And I always thought SmackDown was always the better show. And once again, it proved tonight why it was a better show. More action. It felt better paced. I mean, does it hit on every single episode every week? No, it doesn't. But the majority of the time, it does very well. So no, I thought tonight was a good, solid show. Good
Mm.
matches. It got to the points of what it needed to do. Um, didn't waste any time. Didn't drag. Nothing really felt drugged out, or anything like that. It felt like it was a very, very well paced show. I felt it was well paced. What are
Yeah,
your
I
thoughts?
agree. I agree. Well played show. Great. Good to great matches. The AJ Styles and Randy Orton match is actually underwhelmed for me, but it was a
Mhm.
TV match, so you really can't expect them to do much. But
Right.
yeah, good show. I like the winners. I like the brackets that they're setting up. We've been waiting for this Nia and Jade match. Can't wait to see that. Um,
Yeah, that. Yeah, I'm
and then
definitely
yeah,
waiting to
I want
see
to see
that.
that. I want to see
Matter of,
that.
I wish I had a bracket right now in front of me. I could kind of tell you uh, who's going to do what. Here's something though. I do want to know. I want to ask you, where do you see the Street Profits? Because I know Angelo Dawkins took on Tonga tonight. He lost, but where do you see the Street Profits? Do you
They
do you think
in
they're going
limbo.
to split sooner or later?
I
Rather
don't know,
sooner than
man.
later.
It don't feel like it. They in straight limbo. Like I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if maybe this is kind of how they designing it and then have this big blow up. But you don't even see him on TV enough to sit here and figure out what the story is. And now Bobby's hurt. You don't know how long he's going to be out. So what the hell is
Hmm.
what's going on? Nobody. And I don't. This is one thing that I'm gonna have to criticize Triple H on is you started something with Bobby and them, and then you didn't go through with it. Like
Hmm.
you just stopped, and it's like in my opinion, you can't do that, especially to talent a talent like Montez Ford. Man, Montez Ford is being wasted right now. He needs to do something.
He needs
We need to
he
find out if he's the guy, if he's a him or not. Hurry up.
he needs to get away from, and I like Dawkins. I think Dawkins puts on good matches, but Dawkins Montez Ford needs to get away. I honestly thought he was going to get away when at Elimination Chamber.
2 years ago, yeah, we
Yeah,
all thought that.
I mean I thought he was going to. Thought that was the beginning of the end, and then Dawkins got in shape and decided to take wrestling a little bit more seriously. And yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just like it's being wasted, and I'm just pull the trigger. It don't even matter at this point. Just pull the trigger and let's see what he got. But they ain't doing it. I'm interested in how these brackets are gonna go. So are they? I think they're gonna be wrestling twice, kind of like in the old days with the King of the Ring. They're gonna be wrestling twice at the pay per view.
That's
I
what
think that's
I'm
interesting.
trying to find right now on my phone. Trying to find the bracket, and I'm not seeing nothing. So uh oh, here,
Yeah, I'm
okay, here it
saying
is. Here, okay,
just the
wait,
way
here
it
it is.
is, you got the same amount of people on the Raw
WrestleMania.
side and the same amount of people on the SmackDown side. Our badge has to, and the damn pay per view is a week from next Saturday. It
Yeah,
has to
so
be
so
two
pretty much
matches.
so pretty much they're going to be wrestling probably on Raw this week and then on SmackDown next week.
Yeah, and then you got to do two matches each
Yep.
style and do two matches, just like back in the
Yeah.
old days, how they used to do it back in the old days. So that's kind of interesting, bringing the kind of old school, what the true meaning of the King of the Ring was, make the endurance test that it was. That's
Well,
interesting.
I mean, look who's running things. So what does that tell you?
Yeah, attention to detail is something that lacked before the last 2 years.
Yeah,
Um,
last 4 years.
I mean that's pretty much it for Raw. I mean SmackDown. We can talk about this long snooze fest as Raw.
You know what, man? I'm really interested. I'm really interested into seeing if Raw, when it goes to Netflix, is it going to be cut down to 2 hours, or it's still going to be three? And also, too, like, how are they going to do like the what was going to be usually like commercials? How are they going to do that?
I don't know, bro. Because I mean, the little bit of stuff they do live, they did like the. I don't know if you watched the roast. Getting out of wrestling for a second, but the roast. I mean, it had a couple commercials on it. Like, it wasn't a bunch of commercials on it, but it had a couple of commercials on it.
Yeah, that was something I was wondering. Raw, man, there are times when it seems like Raw just gets lost because it's 3 hours, bro.
Bro, it's long as shit.
Dude, hey, for the people out there wondering, we tried to do spaces with of Raw.
Never,
Man, look at hey, dog, hey. I think I was tired. I was like, man, I'm ready to go to bed. Shit, I'm
bro.
tired, bro.
That when that bitch hit 10 o'clock, bro,
So nine
I'm
o'clock, yeah, 9 o'clock
struggling.
for me. Yeah,
I'm struggling.
yeah,
I
I
can't
am
do it.
too,
I
man.
won't do it no more, bro. I can't do it.
No,
I
we
don't even want to
we
do SmackDown like that. I don't even want to do SmackDown like that, bro.
no,
Roman
like
and The Rock got to come back on this bitch for me to do a goddamn space for wrestling.
you
Nah, I'm
can
not doing it.
you can go ahead and start off talking about Raw, man.
All
You can
right,
go
so
ahead, man.
Raw. I mean, I really don't even want to talk about it because it's so goddamn long. um, um, I mean, the matches were pretty much what they were, right? Um, I kind of want to. I don't like. I want to. I'm going to venture off of another topic.
Mhm.
I need the United States to get their shit together. Okay, okay.
Oh,
The man just that Saturday had a bunch of lights in the arena, and they doing the shit correctly. It
oh
was like
yeah,
four lights
man.
in the goddamn audience last Monday, bro.
They were in Connecticut,
Get your
right?
stuff together. Yeah, I know they was in. Yeah, they was in Connecticut. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. They
yeah.
were in
It was in
Hartford,
Hartford.
Connecticut,
It was
because
in
somebody
Hartford.
I know they told me that their kid went with her brother. So yeah, uh, and that's another thing, man. And we'll talk about this later about the crowds here in America compared to overseas. I don't know what it is about the crowds, but no, I agree, man. Jay is, and that's who I think is. I think, and I'm leaning towards your pick, but that's who I think is going to win King of the Ring is Jay Uso.
I think that's Gunther's title.
I forgot
I
Gunther's.
think
Okay,
it's.
you know what? Scratch that, ladies and gentlemen. Scratch that. Scratch that.
I think
I
that's
changed my
Gunther.
mind. I'm going Gunther.
Yeah,
Skip it. I'm
that's
going Gunther.
Gunther's, bro.
Yeah, I'm going Gunther.
That's Gunther's. That's Gunther's right there. I can't. You can't even front. Like that's Gunther's. But I think he fights Jay for it though. So yeah.
Yeah, that'll
Unless
be.
I see somebody, I got to look at the bracket again too, because I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, they did a real interesting thing with the CM Punk Drew thing where they did the one shot again. Love it. The one shot he's walking off with Pierce talking about how his arms hurt and all of this, and now I can go. I'm not CM Punk. Blah blah blah. So he gets in the car, zooms off, and then goddamn CM Punk comes right behind his busted ass station wagon shit.
Is he is he legit
And
hurt
then
though? Seriously?
I think they said he had a hyperextended elbow. Like
Okay,
he's not
okay,
down for like a long time, but
but he's out for
he's
a
out
few
for a little
weeks.
bit. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure
Yep.
that, like you said, it wasn't stored. Like I didn't know if he was out because he had something outside of his life he had to take care of or whatever, or if he was legit hurt. So
No,
I wasn't sure.
he worked through the live events the first week of the European tour and he hyperextended it.
Okay.
And I think they said he hyperextended it at WrestleMania. So
So he's
yeah,
been
he worked
working.
through that. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
So he worked through that. Shout out to Drew, Petty God himself. It's my guy. But but yeah, I mean they had to know the pretty good matches. Jay and Finn. Also interested in like I got my champion apologizing for people interfering in his matches. That's weird. What? Why?
Okay, hold on. You were talking earlier about the Street Profits breaking up. So when is the Judgment Day going to break up?
I don't know, bro.
I
Again,
mean,
they
maybe
haven't
our truth,
teased anything
maybe our
except for
truth
that.
can come in and break it up.
He's not. I don't want to see our truth with them no more. Let our truth and Miz do they comedy thing because they funny as hell right now. But I just don't. I don't know, bro. I feel like they trying to go there, but it still feels slow. And maybe I don't know. I don't think Damien has a match yet announced for.
I don't think he
I don't
does
think so.
either for King of the Ring. I don't think he does either.
I don't
I
know.
don't. I don't.
Maybe
I
it
don't think he
maybe it
does.
happens next week. Maybe.
But who would he go
Oh no,
against
it's
though?
not. It's Braun. It's Braun.
Oh
It'll be
yeah.
Braun.
You're right. You're right. Oh no, I
It'll be
forgot
Braun. They
that. Yeah,
teased the match with JD next week. He's gonna beat his ass. They're gonna
yeah,
fight
yeah.
title match. Just Saudi
That'll
title
be
matches is what I'm gonna call them. That's what the
Saudi
fuck
title
that
match.
was.
But
Saudi
I mean,
title matches.
hey, that'll be a nice match for Damian and a good welcome back match for Braun Strowman. Glad to see him back. Excuse me, back in action.
Yeah, but I don't need him with a fucking title match. First match back.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
they
they want
telegraphed the shit, so I know it's gonna happen.
to. Well, they want Damian Priest to look strong. So why not go against the monsters of
And
the
maybe
monsters
that's no,
themselves?
and then they come down and help, or maybe they don't come down and help, and that starts a thing. Why did you come down to help? And
Right.
that's what's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
I'm losing interest already. Um, I think they're setting up. um, Gable and Bronson Reed had a match. Sammy jumped in like Gable did the week before. I
Uh-huh.
think they're setting up a triple threat match with them.
Yeah,
For
I saw
some,
that coming. I saw that coming
yeah.
a mile away.
Um, Liz and Becky had a promo, I guess. Liz
Becky's
said,
winning. Becky's winning, so we know
obviously,
that. Yeah.
obviously, or maybe they gave Liz the win just to
Are you? Maybe it
maybe.
went by DQ. Becky's not dropping that belt. I don't see her dropping that belt no time soon.
I can see them. I can see her dropping the belt only because it furthers the story. Like I said, Liz said I couldn't beat you before, but that was because I didn't have purpose. What?
Hmm.
And now that I have, and now that I have my purpose, which is getting revenge on Rhea, what? I can beat you. What? The hell does that mean? The hell does that mean?
Hold on. So, are you more confused, or are you like, I like it?
What is your purpose then? I don't get it.
Well, maybe her. I'm trying. Okay, when she got hurt, when she was out, she wasn't competing for the title, was she? At that time.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go
I mean,
then.
that it wasn't a title match, but she was up there. I mean, she just
Yeah.
lost
Right.
the
Right.
title a couple months ago, a couple
Right.
months before
So,
that.
yeah. Well, you know what? Uh, maybe she could be looking at it from the standpoint of, or you know what? Maybe they do put the strap on her.
I
Maybe
think
they
they
do
put
put
the
the
strap
belt.
on her to further the story with Rhea.
But Rhea's gone for how long though? Rhea's gonna be
They
gone for
never
what?
said.
Yeah.
They
So
never
I'm
said.
guessing this is May. I think she's gonna be gone for I'm guessing a month or so. Month, maybe
I
two
mean, it's
months.
already been. It'll be a month. In a couple weeks. I mean, and
Well,
the next
another
pay per
month.
view isn't until June, and
Yeah.
that's Bash. So I mean, that
Yeah.
makes sense. It makes sense. But then you make Liv drop the belt quick.
Hey
She got to
man,
win by DQ or something because Dom is the cause of it. But we getting ahead
it's
of ourselves.
yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. Um, that'd be crazy if they make her lose that belt in a month. Um,
No, it
uh,
wouldn't. It would be. It would. Hold on. somebody saw the playbook from WWE from years past and like, you know what? Let's put the belt on them and then afterwards take it right back. Let's do that. It'll be a
It's
squash
1 month
match. A
reign.
squash. Yeah, it'll be a squash match within like a month.
But Dragunov and Ricochet had a banger, bro.
Yeah,
That was an awesome
dude.
match,
Did you
bro.
see? Did you see his chest afterwards? All those welts
Bro,
and
this
crap.
dude Illy had a goddamn. I call him Illy. My bad. But he had two little. He looked like an alien. He looked like a Naruto character. Yeah, the two big red dots of blood, and then they went away mysteriously, like because it was fake. They had a banger match. Also, I told you, Drew's new name for me is Sir Petty. That's his
Sir
name, Sir
Petty.
Petty. Sir Petty.
Hey, that's a good name. I like that.
Sir
Sir
Petty.
Petty.
I like Sir Petty. And then other than that, I mean, to me, nothing else. Did anything catch your eye other than what I said?
No, pretty much
Nothing.
no.
Anything else? That shit was a boring show.
Raw. I think Raw at this point, or probably for the last however long it's been going on for 3 hours, it's pretty much at this point like, you know what, we just need to get through these 3 hours because we're getting paid this money to be on for 3 hours. So we're just putting out we're doing just enough in the words of Talib Kweli, just to get by. So I think
Just to get by.
get by,
Just to
just
get
to
by.
get by.
Just to
Hey,
get by. Yeah,
that's
this
exactly
shit
what
was
I
whack.
think. That's what I think Raw has been doing for the last, gosh, 15 years, however long it's been. It's been on 3 hours now. What, 15 years, 16 years, whatever it is. I
Yeah.
think I think they're doing just enough to get by because they know because they're never going to go back to 2 hours. Never, never.
Too much
They don't
money
want
lost.
too much money. Exactly, too much money. So they're not going back to 2 hours.
Mm.
So they're doing just enough so that way they can make sure that people like us will be forced to sit there for 3 hours just because think about it. If you don't watch it, you're unless you DVR it, you're afraid you might miss something. Even though you're like, yeah, probably won't miss nothing, but then you're like, damn, I did miss
Damn, I
something.
missed. It's that one time that you sit here and be like, I
Exactly.
can skip it. And that's when the
Exactly.
shit pop off. Brock Lesnar, what?
Exactly.
But yeah, man. Yeah, Raw was kind of whack. All right, man. Let's get to this last topic, which is the pay-per-view from last week because we weren't supposed to be on last week, but Chris has to be super dead. He's over here to be super dad. Like,
hey man, I just got
great father.
I had to take care of some business. You know, I had to take care of business.
Great father guy. Oh,
hey, look here, man. Hey, look, Dominic Mysterio. All right, quit hating.
man, be a goddamn deadbeat and come do the show. No, but we can give it like this a quick umbrella of it, man. It wasn't much, but it was something. It wasn't much though. You go. What was your over 10,000 view of Backlash?
Man, the crowd, the crowd was great.
Number one star. Yes, sir.
It really that they were the star of the show. I've been saying this for as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is about crowds overseas compared to crowds in America, and I don't know if it's because maybe they don't get as much as we do per se, but that crowd in France they were hot. It was definitely
because they don't get much shows.
Right.
They don't get much shows, and it's going to be interesting to see kind of where that kind of mystique wears off. And I know I'm kind of being negative when I say that, but when it wears off, because the plan is to get 4 to 6 shows over in Europe a year now.
Right.
So pretty much all the B-level shows and all the C-level, PLEs, they're gonna send over to Europe. At least 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
So when does that wear off? And that's just because my mind is wacky, and I think when is this? But that crowd was absolutely insane, and
The highlight for me
I
was
salute them,
when man, the highlight for me was when when Jay Uso's entrance.
bro.
I
Like I
watched that
said, bro, get your
that
shit together, USA.
yeah,
Get
man,
it
for real.
together.
America, get it together. Because Hartford, Connecticut, come on, you all let us down a little bit. You all should have
It
been
was
hyped.
four lights, Chris. It was four lights.
Maybe 4.5. Somebody light started and
They
it
was
went out.
trying. Yeah, the battery went dead. They
Yeah,
was
man.
trying though. They was everybody just looking at him.
And I mean, like to me, it was unreal. Like I was out of town. I was in Missouri for my son's basketball tournament. So when we got done, actually for some reason I thought I had missed half of the pay per view because I didn't realize it started at noon my time.
Mm,
I think the kickoff was what at 11 or 12 your time or something like that. It went on for like an hour, I believe.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I get back to the hotel. Actually, driving back to the hotel, I turned
Mm,
on Backlash and I caught like the last 10 minutes of the first match, the
right.
tag match, which was really really good. And then I watched it on from there on out. Man, that crowd was just on point. And I mean, when Jay Uso came out, man, that was I had my AirPods in, or no, I had them out, and I had my iPad turned up. Oh man, that was love, man. That was
Bro,
love.
I had to take mine out because I for some reason I listen with stuff full blast with my AirPods, but
Me too.
I took them out and it was still kind of it was midway and I could hear the crowd, bro. It was just it was so crazy. But shout out to them, man. They came, they brought fire, and they gonna be a
Fire,
hard crowd to
fire.
back, try to come behind. And every crowd for the rest of the year is gonna be measured by that crowd, and
Well,
I love it.
okay.
Y'all gotta bring
So
it. You gotta bring
so
it.
WWE's next two pay per views are overseas, right?
Yeah. Well, Saudi bought and paid
Saudi,
for it,
yeah.
and
I mean,
then they
but I
got the
mean,
one in Scotland.
okay. Or so shoot the next three there. If that's
Yeah,
how
I
you
mean the
kick
next three are all
overseas.
out of the country technically,
Okay.
although
Oh,
Canada is North America. But yeah,
all right. Still North America, but it's not U.S. Okay.
correct.
Out of the next three pay per views, which crowd is going to be the loudest? Out of the next three, Saudi, Scotland, and you have Toronto.
We can take Saudi out like that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the next two then, because Saudi doesn't really get that loud. That's
I
true.
don't know because I think the Scotland one or I think Glasgow, whatever they call it. I think that's in a stadium. So I don't know if it's going to hit, and I don't know if it has a roof. So I can technically be wrong by saying the one in Scotland, and then the one in Toronto sounds louder because it's in a building. So I don't
Right,
know, but
right.
I'm gonna go with the one in Scotland. I think they're gonna be on fire.
Scotland, okay.
I think they're
Uh,
going to. I don't want to. I, I I'm gonna take my shot at it. I think that main event is Drew McIntyre, CM Punk.
you don't think Cody's gonna be over in Scotland?
I don't. It doesn't matter. I think that main event is going to be Drew versus CM Punk. It's a big enough match that you can main event over your champion.
And that's in June, so that would be Punk's first action back since he hurt his elbow
Hmm.
at at Rumble.
Right.
It
And
wouldn't
they
be bad.
maybe and they maybe protect him, maybe make it a street fight or something on hand, so some shenanigans can happen. But it's going to be Drew and CM Punk because they're revving up the trash talk.
yeah,
It's going to be
that's true.
him and CM Punk, and the way
You
they
know
were
what?
talking, the stuff they were talking in the promo, they kept referring to if if what Punk say, if I gotta go to glass now and come punch you in the face, I'll do it too. And then Drew said online, if you make it to grass now, that's going to be a problem. Pretty much, he
Oh
didn't say
yeah,
it
yeah.
exactly like that, but yeah, they're aiming for it, and that's what that's the main event. And
Oh
it's nothing that you can
yeah,
put with
yeah.
Cody other
That's
than
true.
maybe
Okay.
Randy Cody to sit here and main event that show.
No, no. I see what you're saying now. And Punk, I think Punk even didn't he use the Kendrick disc, not like us, for like one of his
No,
tweets
it
the other day or
was
something like that, or was
no.
it?
He used today. He used Stan, and he had
Okay,
Stan playing in the
okay.
background, and he was writing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was Stan,
Like,
but it was the other day. He used, or was it Meet the Grams? It was one of the Drake's or Kendrick's disses. I can't remember because I saw it and I told myself to remember, and of course my mind
mm.
went freaking blank. Um, I thought he used Not Like Us. Maybe he didn't. Okay, but
No, I
um,
know today he used Stan, and that shit was funny as hell. I dropped on the floor. That shit was so goddamn fucking funny. Petty, that dude Sir Petty. That man Sir Petty, bro. That man Sir Petty is the man, bro. He's Sir Petty, bro.
but no, overall though, I thought Backlash was good though. I thought the main event was good too with Cody and AJ. Thought
Yeah,
they
it's
put on a
good.
great
Well,
match.
let's talk about your highlights, and I'll talk about my highlight matches. And we're probably going to have the same because we kind of do the same thing in wrestling. So give me your three matches, and then talk about
The tag match was Solo,
it.
Orton, and gosh, I'm drawing a blank here. Yeah, those guys. Uh, Cody, AJ, and I said the women's tag match between Bianca, Jade, and Asuka and Io Sky.
So
I
your
thought
three
those,
matches are the tag match, the
well,
Kevin Owens,
yeah,
Orton,
yeah,
and the
Kevin Owens,
Bloodline.
Orton, the Bloodline. Yeah, I can
The
always
tag
mix them
team
up too.
women's match and Cody, AJ.
Yep.
Okay. What was it about the tag team match?
I thought great story.
Mm-hmm.
You had the introduction of I'm talking about the Bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
You have an introduction of another Bloodline member come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait for Jacob Fatu to come. When he comes, oh my gosh, when that dude comes to WWE, he is going to he is going to wreck shop. Um, no, I just thought it was great pacing, great match. I thought it was a perfect match to open up Backlash. Honestly, I thought it was
I
a
like
perfect
the
match.
the tweak of it to make it a street fight. Was a
Yeah,
good thing.
yeah, I like that. I thought Jade and Bianca against Asuka and Io Sky. I thought that was a good match as well too. Um, I don't know if I should say I was surprised, but uh, yeah, didn't the ref mess up the count? You said or something, happened.
I don't know what it was, bro. It's a bunch of stuff that people were saying. The ref didn't know who was legal.
Yeah,
Bianca or Jay had a wardrobe malfunction. Something happened, and I think I heard it. Somebody told me. My man Justin, shout out to Justin Lopez. Um, he he told me that that Cornette had reviewed the match, and he said it
uh huh.
was the double team with Kyrie and Oscar.
Hold on, why am I
And
saying
something
Io
had
Sky? Kyrie, yeah, god damn.
Yeah, Kyrie and Oscar.
Sorry,
He
people. Sorry,
yeah
it's
yeah
not Io Sky. It's Kyrie. Sorry.
yeah. Kyrie. Did I say
Yeah.
EO stuff? Damn.
No, I did. I was saying Io
Oh
Sky. That
well,
was my
shut up, Chris.
bad. Fuck you.
But yeah, it was something about that. It was a double team, that had to do something with Jade's knee, and he said that Kyrie messed it up, or he said somebody messed it up, and that kind of just threw the whole match off because she wasn't experienced. Jade wasn't experienced enough to kind of recover from it. So that's what he said. So it was the double team, but something went off in that match because it started good, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden just halted, and it was just choppy to get to that ending. So
Yeah, like
yeah,
like like I said, I was real confused. I didn't know what happened. And I'm literally sitting there watching like, what the hell happened?
mm,
I asked my wife, I thought because she was watching it with me, and I was like, did you see something? Maybe I missed it or something, you know.
right.
I don't know, but
It
yeah.
was weird. It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah,
What was
it
it,
was
what was
weird.
up with Cody and AJ? Was just the match was
Man,
just banging.
to me it was the perfect. They really complemented each other. This is probably the best shape AJ has been in years, honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I
Absolutely.
mean, they just worked together really, really well.
Mm.
It was a good physical, hard match. Pause on the hard. Uh, yeah, I thought they really complemented each other, height wise, the way they look. I thought that was a perfect person to really make Cody look real good as for his first title defense. I thought he was the perfect person to make Cody look real good for his first title defense as WWE champion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with anything you said in all three matches. I will change the women's match though
Okay.
in a second, but just to wrap it up, again, hope y'all guys come and join the network over here. Shout out to my guy Smitty, um, giving us opportunity to do some work. So yeah, I appreciate you, Smith. Uh,
Shout out
get
Smitty.
the word out if you like we do. We gonna get better, guys. You know, we gonna get better. But real quick, but the dude who debuted botched the shit out of the ending. He barely touched. He didn't even touch the ref. The ref said, "Yo, he fucked up," and just yanked
Okay,
himself out.
okay. So and see, that's why WWE their camera angles are like perfect because watching it live,
Yeah,
you didn't see it, right? So it wasn't
somebody recorded it.
somebody right until you saw it on the on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and you saw it from a fan's perspective. Like I think the fan who recorded it, they were behind
He was
the
right
commentators,
behind.
right?
He was right where the dude came out.
Yeah,
He was right behind
and I'm
commentary.
yeah, right. He was right by commentary, and I'm like, oh, like once I saw that, I was like, oh, come on,
Yeah,
man.
it was like, bro, and you gotta let him live because it was loud as hell. So it's like you gotta let him live. You gotta let him
Yeah.
live. It was loud. Maybe he missed the cue. If he do that again,
So
we gonna have to be we gonna do
so
something.
so so pretty much he was this generation's Papa Shango. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, look up WrestleMania 8.
Yeah.
Hogan
Uh,
versus Sid Justice. A cycle
yeah.
was he
Real
Cycle
quick.
Sid?
I don't remember who he was. I think we said Jesse. He wasn't Psycho Sid yet. But
Okay.
the what happened?
Yeah.
The match that I would change for the women is the triple threat match for the title. That was an awesome, awesome, awesome match. Shout out to those girls. Um, and then I mean, ain't much to say about AJ and Cody. They had a great match. So yeah, that was our first edition of Wrestling with the Bros.
The
Like
bros, the
my
brothers, however you want to say it,
the
come
bros, the
chill with
brother.
us once
Yeah,
every week,
yeah.
baby. Because everybody's not like
And
us.
this the
Uh
dude. Well, bro, come on, man.
hey, you know what? You lucky it's a wrestling show. I'll tell you about yourself right now about
Bro,
you
we
and
gonna bring all
Nick
types of
Gage.
good stuff, man. We gonna talk a little this, a little that too, along with the wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Maybe
Yes,
we get
sir.
some live watch alongs to do that type of stuff. But yeah, man. First episode. Again, appreciate you, Smitty, for letting me let us on into
Yes.
your
Shout
new
out to
venture with
Smitty.
the network.
Even though he's an Eagles fan, shout out to him though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out to him. Yeah.
Yeah. But nah, y'all be good, man. Be blessed. I'm gonna say this probably a lot, but my main thing is to always remember that you don't know what the next person is going through. So stop
Yes,
the
sir.
trolling.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care.